Most of the planning and designing takes place before a project starts, but you can't always predict how it's going to go because students may take it in a direction you didn't expect. When planning a project, the Buck Institute's model for Gold Standard PBL has 7 essential project design elements, and those are good guidelines for teachers to follow.
So teachers often ask, where do good project ideas come from? And the answer is so many places. You might start with a unit that you've taught many times in the past in a very traditional way and revise it, remodel it into project-based learning, paying attention to those design elements that really take learning in a deeper direction.
When I'm designing these projects, I sort of think about what these real-world applications are. Is it authentic? Can I sustain the interest of students for a long period of time? Will kids develop a passion? What kind of questions will it inspire?
But to get your own ideas for projects, look at things like your community, your students' interests, things that are going on in their lives, their culture, their identity. It's also great to get feedback from colleagues on your project design because that improves the quality of the project and it also models for students the kind of critique culture you want them to have.
Nothing builds engagement like a project that grows right out of a student's own passion or interest or question.
And I always think about the end in mind. Where is it that I want it to go? What do I want the format to look like? And are there milestones along the way where kids can have a lot of flexibility and a lot of choice?
It could be things from the news, from current events, pop culture. It can also be things that are happening in your community, real-world problems you want students to solve, or the kind of problems that adult professionals face in their lives.
Some teachers also wonder, do I have to constantly be designing new projects? You'll find that many project ideas are kind of evergreen. You can reuse them from one year to the next or from one class to the next. Others become actually part of a tradition of a school. These are projects that students kind of anticipate. By the time I'm in X grade, I get to do this awesome project that I've been hearing about for years.
Planning also involves collecting resources for a project. For example, you might need to arrange equipment or materials for students.
And just as important as the stuff, you want to think about the people who are going to be resources for the project. People who might enter your classroom as experts, content experts, or professionals in the disciplines that your students are now working in. If they're working as historians or scientists or photographers or whatever the case may be, those sorts of folks are great to have available to answer students' questions, be role models, really show them what this discipline is like by those who are practicing it every day.
A 401k plan is a retirement plan that employers offer as a benefit.
But not too different from that concept drawing, right? We have the bedrooms up here.
So I learned when I was a teenager about movies.
One other resource you want to think about for your project is who are the people who are going to be the audience for students' work. So we think of project-based learning as having a public product. Public can mean lots of different things. It might mean a big hall full of very interested, engaged audience members, or it might be a small panel of people who are very connected to the problem that your students are wrestling with and have developed some solutions for.
We assume put $5,000 for each kid, and you save them $50 a month. All right, so about by the time he's 18, he have saved over $19,000.
Okay. And again, you want to remain flexible because students may well have some ideas of their own when it comes to who do they want to share their work with.
At the end of a project, teachers can ask students to reflect on how it went.
Now is your time. You're going to got 2 minutes to talk about what you've learned.
They think about what they learned, how they accomplished their tasks, any roadblocks they met, and how they overcame them. It's a great way to both improve the quality of the project for next time and to just sort of inform your growth as a project-based teacher.